Hey friends, Sarah here with Boho Stitchery. Today's Tuesday. You know what that means. Tutorial Tuesday. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is the day. Today is the day I teach you guys how to do, ta-da, the mother of all crochet stitches, the granny stitch. Yay! Okay, done being stupid. All right, so I am going to teach you guys how to do my favorite stitch. This is the first stitch I ever learned how to do. I was about 13 years old. My grandma taught me to crochet. I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but it was a long time ago. So go ahead and grab some yarn and a hook. I am using my size 7, which is somewhere between a size G and a size H, I think. I don't know, it came with a set of clover hooks I bought a while back, but it's just about the right size for some 4-ply worsted weight yarn. And I am using some hot pink, I think is what it's called, from Big Twist. I kind of wrote down a little bit of info here for you guys. I didn't write the pattern down because it's really kind of wordy. Not that it's hard, don't get scared off, it's an easy pattern. To do this, the stitches you'll need to know how to do are how to do the double crochet, the chain stitch, and a stacked single crochet, which I will cover in the video in case you don't know how to do that, because I've not done a tutorial on that yet. So you want to start with either a magic circle or a chain of 4, and then you'll join into the first one to make a ring. So either way that you're comfortable doing that. Let me drop my phone down here. And I am sorry, my cat's favorite place to lay in the whole wide world seems to be on my desk, so there's blue hair everywhere. So I'll go ahead and start with a magic ring. Sometimes I start with a chain 4, sometimes a magic ring, just depends on my mood. So I'll go ahead and do my magic ring. I'm not going to really cover this because there's lots of tutorials out there on how to do that, but if you want to watch real close how I do it, I'll just do it pretty quick. Okay, so you're going to start with what's called a stacked single crochet. So to do that, you're going to do a single crochet into the ring, and now you see you have these 2 bars here, 1 and 2. I'm going to go back into the one on the left, so the second one, pull up another loop, and then single crochet those 2 together. That acts as a double crochet because it looks similar to a double crochet, which is what our pattern is made up of. So that kind of counts as our first one. You can, if you don't want to go to the trouble of doing a stacked single crochet, you can just chain 2 or 3, and that'll count also. But I think this gives it's sturdier, I feel like, than just regular chain 3. So now what I'm going to do, like I said, this will count as your first double crochet. I need to put 11 more double crochets in there for a total of 12. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. My yarn's getting tangled up on stuff. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, whoops, let's see, now I lost count. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Need 2 more, so we'll do 11 and 12. And now comes the magic part of the magic ring. I'm going to pull my tail out here. If you tug on this, it tightens it up. So now what we want to do is we want to find the top of that stacked single crochet we made at the beginning and get under both loops there, and you're going to do a slip stitch. And that joins it, if my yarn won't split here, that joins it into a circle. So now this is what I do. A lot of people will just continue around and around, but I think in order to keep your squares kind of from looking like they're turning a little bit as you go, this is what I like to do. Flip it over so you're seeing the back because there's your tail. I'm going to do another stacked single crochet in the stitch that I just came out of, so you don't chain anything. And sometimes it's tight, but if you just poke it in there best you can, sometimes you can only get one loop, and that's okay. You're going to drop a loop and single crochet it. And then, like I said, if this is too tricky for you, or if you just rather do the chain 3, go ahead and do the chain 3, but I think this gives it more stability myself. So there's our first double crochet. Now, we're not going to be working into the tops of the chains, we're going to be working in between them. So you see they have these little posts here from your double crochets. So if you can see this hole right here, that's where we're going to work our next 2 double crochets. We're going to do 2 because remember that stacked double crochet, or stacked single crochet, excuse me, that counts as a double crochet. So we're on row 2, we did our stacked single crochet or your chain 3, 2 more double crochets in between. Now I need to chain 2. So chain 2. And now I'm just going to go right back into that same space here where my finger's coming out of, and we're going to do 3 double crochets. Throughout this project, just like last week's video where we did the granny stripe, your sets of 3 double crochets, a lot of times you'll hear them referred to as clusters. So I can go ahead and refer to them throughout the rest of this video as clusters. So now we're going to take a look here. We have 1, 2, 3. Our next 3, we're going to skip over those. And then you're going to work in between this last third one and the next one. So you have a little bit of a chain where my finger's coming out of. Do 3 double crochets in that space. So there's one cluster. Now we need to make another corner, which is what we did over here. We're going to chain 2 and 3 more double crochets all back in that same space. And this seems pretty confusing at first, but it's really not. Once you get the hang of it, you'll just start going and you won't even think about it. So again, we're going to count the next 1, 2, 3, skip over those, and in between the third one and the next one, we're going to do another corner. I don't know if you guys can hear that in the background, but my cat Blue is sitting in the window and the birds are tormenting her, so she's doing her little meow clicking thing. I don't know that cats do. It's kind of weird. I can't even mimic it. It's like a chirping, clicking, I don't know. But she's trying to get the birds through the screen. Okay, so that's our third corner. We have 1, 2, and 3. We're going to skip over the next 3 again, find that space in between. 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. And now we've come to the end of our round 2. So what we need to do is we need to join to the top of our stacked single crochet, the one we made in the beginning here, right there, and you need to slip stitch. So go under both bars and slip stitch. And I don't think I put that on the screenshot that I did for you guys, but you also need to know how to slip stitch to do this pattern. Maybe I did. Nope, I did not. So double crochet, chains, stack single crochets, or chains if you're going to chain, and slip stitch. You do need to know how to slip stitch, but very simple. So again, we're at the end, we've joined, we've done 2 rounds. That's it. That's what you're going to keep doing. Eventually, in the corners is where you're going to put your corners. If you need to put stitch markers in, you can, but at this point you can really see where the defined corners are. Let me go ahead and show you one more round because I'll show you what you need to do in between the corners. So I'm going to turn my work. Again, I'm going to do a stacked crochet. You can do chain 3, whatever you like. So that's 1. We're going to do 2 more. 1, 2. And so see, there's the edge stitch. So let me jump over here. So now we're going to jump over these stitches and go right into our corners. So 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Just remember with this pattern, the number 3 is important. Now we're on an edge. So what I'm going to do, you can see the spot here where my finger's poking out. We're going to jump right in there and do just 3 double crochets or 1 cluster for the edge. I'm sorry, my yarn is rolling all over my desk here. So in the corners is where you're going to do 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. If you're on an edge like right here or right here, you're just going to do one cluster or one set of 3. So I'll go ahead and pause here and I will meet you guys up when I get back to the end. Okay guys, I made it back to the end of round 3, so don't forget to slip stitch to join at the top here. And that's all there is to it. Really, the hardest part is just getting through the first 2 rounds, but any of the following rounds are exactly the same as row 3. So just make sure when you get to your corners you do 1 cluster or 3 double crochet, whatever you want to call it, chain 2 and then 3 double crochet. And along the edges, see, now round 4, I'll have to do 2 edges, which is 1 cluster in each one. So that's it. Very simple, very pretty, very classic stitch. So this one is one I did for a kit that I put together. I did 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's how you can count too to figure out how many rows. If you start at a corner and go 1, 2, 3, 4, I know this was a 4-rounded one. A little extra tip in there. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you haven't already, please hit that like and subscribe button and leave me a comment down below, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.